What are 3 essential skills that would make you irreplaceable in business? When you first start out, your goal is, I'm gonna prove those motherfuckers at school wrong. I'm gonna show my parents what I can do. I'm gonna become the top G in my city. And then you kind of get there and you're like, okay, I didn't even really do it for this. I always thought, once I have money, I'll be happy. I'll tell you this, money doesn't make you happy. Because I always wish, if I could just make 10K a month, I'll be the happiest person in the world. No, didn't end up being that way. Most of you trying to say we're trying to refine your product, f off. Sell. Start closing people. Close 100 fucking clients and then focus on your product. Sell first, service later. I don't give a fuck what your niche is. It doesn't even matter. Everyone says niche down. Yeah, niching down is good. Doesn't matter if you are literally just starting. If you do this, there is a 99.99% chance you will land your first client for Zoom pretty damn quickly. If you had to start over again, no money, no leverage, nothing, just 3 things you could take from your current knowledge, how would you start again? Here's what I would do. The first thing I would do is welcome back, everybody! If I don't see at least 100% of the cameras on, you will be fucking booted. You know how we run around here. We don't play no games. Turn that motherfucking camera on or you gone. All my OGs know how it is. One at a time. You'll get renamed to Idiot Sandwich, and then you'll get the boot. I don't know about y'all, but personally, I wouldn't be taking that. Personally, I wouldn't be taking that. Oh my goodness. Okay, here we go. There was a damn waiting room for this thing. Okay. First things first. See some beautiful faces. Vadim, Arda, Eric, Kenan, Shreyash, Kendrick. The fuck? What is this? A 2020 Zoom meeting from COVID in school where everyone's too shy to turn the camera on? Oh shit. Shit, the teacher might see me in my pajamas. Dude. Get over it. I wear my pajamas every single day. Every single day I wear my pajamas. Every day. So if you ever catch me walking that way, don't look, because I got a yacht. For those who know, you know. That's all I'm going to say. Kenan, god damn. You're looking a little spicy today. Oh my goodness. Okay. This is beautiful. This is absolutely amazing. Boys, welcome back. Okay? Everybody knows how it is. For all of those people who used to hop on these calls with me every day, welcome back. It's been a hot minute. We've been in the trenches. I don't know what y'all been up to. Okay, but I hope y'all been good. Hope y'all been good. I don't know what the fuck been going on in the RAC server. I'm gonna keep it a buck. I don't know. Corrupted, I guess. I don't fucking know, bro. Shit gone crazy in there. I look in the chat, bro. It's just like people posting job promotions nowadays. I remember back in the day, bro. Someone posts that shit. Boom! Within 2 seconds, ban that motherfucker. Ban! Gone! That's why you didn't see him. Because I got him. Nah, I don't got those perms no more. I ain't got those perms no more. It's all random people in there now. But, as we all know, this is supposed to be a coaching call. This is supposed to be a freaking amazing call. Not me blabbing away. Okay? So, by the way, for those of you who don't have your camera on, I gave you to the count of 10. And you gone. 10. 9. 8. 7. 6. 5. 4. 3. 2. 1. See ya. See ya. See ya. Okay. This is a little bit better. This is what I like to see. Bro, my camera is on. Now it is. There we go. There we go. Okay, this is beautiful. So, ladies and gentlemen, here's what we'll do. To make life easy, because this is on Discord and on Zoom, which is a fucking mistake of mine, next time we do this, remind me, do it on Zoom. Okay? Do it on Zoom, because oh my goodness, Discord's a shit show. Here's what we'll do. We'll do the typical RSC style for the first 30 minutes. Then, free for all. Okay? For the first 30 minutes, RSC style. Then free for all. So, if you have a question, I guess you have to drop your question in the chat, because apparently no one can talk, because Discord fucking sucks. So I'm going to do, we'll read questions for 30 minutes, and then I'm going to fucking make a new server so everybody can talk. But first things first, it's kind of annoying that I can't get you guys to talk, because I don't fucking know what's wrong with Discord, alrighty? This happened, who remembers this happening in RSC2, where you guys couldn't share your screen then? Anyways, shit's fucked. Zoom next time. First things first, can I get a fucking W in the chat? Can I get a W in the main chat? Let's do it in the main chat so that everybody knows what they're missing out on. So that everybody knows what they're missing out on today. Because I promise you, you do not. Okay, for the motherfucker trying to tell me how to fix this shit, bro, I will fucking ban you. You act like I didn't make the whole fucking Discord server. Brother. Okay? Just because you sit behind a computer all day doesn't make you a fucking coder. Same goes for me. So first things first, you know what? Let me make a fucking Instagram post. Let me make sure that everybody in the world knows what they're missing out on. Let me post. Give me a second here. Let me fucking post this shit. If you post it, tag me. Well, let's do this. How do I do a wide one? Let me just post this shit real quick. Damn, there's some handsome looking people in here. I'm gonna keep it a buck with y'all. I ain't gay, but, you know, today I might have to swing that way. Alrighty, let me post that shit real quick. Alrighty. Let me exit out of this shit. Let's go back here. I want to see a long list of W's in the chat. Oh my days. This is what I like to see. Why is it telling me I can't spam? It's my server, bro. It's telling me you're sending messages too quickly. Like, bro, I own this shit. What do you mean sending too quickly? Okay. Here's what we'll do. If you have a question, drop your question in the fucking chat. And I better be seeing some fucking questions. We didn't come in here to just sit here and go, okay? I've had enough of that shit in my life. Where I join a call, 40 people, so who's got questions? What niche should I pick? Get the fuck out of here, bro. What niche do I pick? Come on. What are we? In fucking preschool? Okay? This is not preschool, man. Here we go. Okay. Like I said, after 30 minutes, we're gonna fucking fix this shit. We'll go on Zoom or something. Of course, Kenan be asking some shit like this. Kenan be asking, like, Stefan, what color is your underwear? Like, that's the type of shit Kenan be asking. You know what I mean? Like, he's always asking, like, the weirdest shit. So relevant to the actual point of the call. So, Stefan, tell me. Do you sleep with your toes pointing up or to the side? I'm curious. Okay. Anyways, Abhinav, the person who came prepared and asking a question. Let's fucking answer it. You have networked and talked with a bunch of successful agency owners, being at 10K a month, agency owner, a couple times, as well as I'm sure you're going to scale your next agency to the moon. To the moon would be an understatement, my friend. But we'll let it slide. What did you notice was the most common trait in almost every one of you guys that made it, and also the trait you found common between good agency owners and bad ones? You know, I admire you, Abhinav, for this, because you actually ask good questions. I can give you a plethora of different answers. I can give you a buffet of different answers of like, well, this. However, I will give you the ones that I think made the most profound impact. Okay? For those of you who keep joining and leaving, stop. But the lessons or the characteristics that made the most profound impact on somebody being successful or not that I have personally seen are a few things. Number one is they genuinely had a fucking skill set. They were genuinely useful in some capacity to somebody. Now, the reason why I say this is because there's a lot of people that I talk to and that I have talked to who just don't even have a skill set. And now listen, your skill set could be that you're good at communicating. Because if you're good at communicating, you can sell people, where you can persuade people to communicate the way you want them to think and then sell them. That could be your skill set. But there's some motherfuckers out there who just genuinely don't have a skill set, period. They can't communicate. They don't even have a good product. So it's not like, if you have a good product but you're bad at sales, as a beginner, you can make do. You can get by, okay? And then eventually get the fuck out of closing and hire somebody else to close for you because you suck. But at least you have a good product, right? And if you have a really good product, your product will sell itself. However, there's a lot of people who don't even have a good skill set. They can't communicate, so they can't sell, okay? They don't even understand how human behavior works. They don't understand human psychology, so they can't market or sell or even talk to people. They don't have a good product. They don't even have any skills to deliver, so they can't even have a good product. They have no skill sets at all. So one of the characteristics is they had a skill set in some capacity, in any way, shape, or form. They were just good at something in business, okay? Now, let me clarify, something good in business. Okay, I'm not talking about, but I can jerk my cock and shut the fuck up. Don't ever talk to me again if you say some shit like that, okay? So, these guys actually had a good skill set. Number two is they believed. And by I say they believed, contingent, they felt and they thought they were worthy. There's a lot of people who don't even feel they're worthy of being where they want to be. And so if you don't feel like you are a person capable of making 10K a month, you will not make 10K a month, period. Simple as that. And so it starts with belief. I know it sounds so stupid. Oh, belief, you have to believe. Yeah, you do. It sounds fucking stupid, but you do. If you do not feel that you are a person worthy of being where you want to be, you will not make it there. Right? Like, I had undeniable conviction when I started. Andreas had undeniable conviction when he started. He would do what he was going to do. The people who succeed have undeniable conviction that they will do what they say they're going to do. Third lesson is that money loves speed, and those who acted quicker saw more results. It's a simple equation, right? The faster you do something, the quicker you get data back, the quicker you can implement on that data, the faster you will get results. The people who acted with speed always win. Always win. No matter what. Always. Now I can give you a buffet of more questions, Abanov, or answers, my bad. Okay, a buffet of more answers. But I feel like those three in and of itself could give you some good insight on what do these guys really do. Because truth be told, some of them aren't even harder working than you. Some of them aren't even intellectually smarter than you. Yet they still fucking lap you in the game of business. Like, literally lap you. Like, there's motherfuckers who work half as much as you do make 100K a month. Fuck, me too, right? Like, fuck. I work so much harder than some of these motherfuckers who make a couple 100K a month. But there's a catch. Is I work harder than them now. They work just as hard, if not harder, before. You see, Matt Shields works 4 hours a week now. The fuck? Dan Bolton, another good example, right? But Matt Shields works 4 hours a week. So most of you motherfuckers sitting here punching the air going, Matt Shields works 4 hours a week, he makes 200K a month. I can't even make a penny and I work 20 hours a day. Well, first off, I argue you definitely don't work 20 hours a day. That's delusion number one, is you are definitely not sitting there being productive for 20 hours per day every single day sitting at your computer. I can almost guarantee that. So first, figure the fuck that out, okay? But the second is, yeah, because he spent 6 years learning how to build SMMAs in and out, working 100-hour work weeks to get to where he is. People never see the underlying work. Never. They just see, oh, he won. Right? Oh, Tony Lee scaled to 100K in a month. Yeah, because he'd been scaling agencies for months, if not years prior. Acquiring the insights, acquiring the knowledge. Right? But it's one thing to get the knowledge, it's another thing to implement. Which is another thing I'll say. Is these people high up, they learn. and they get insights. Here's the catch though, is they implement on those insights. You see, there's motherfuckers in here who have read 1 million more books than me, but who make a ton less money than I do. How is that possible? You have more knowledge than me. You've read way more. Yeah, because you can read all the books in the world that you want, but if you can't implement on the information that you've acquired from those books, it doesn't mean anything. So when I read, or even this morning I was in the shower listening to a podcast from Daniel Fazio, the cold email wizard. And there's one thing, or multiple things in there that I thought were very profound that I wrote down in my Notion under a thing I call actionables, of things I can do today from the things I've learned. I highly recommend you make one. Make a thing in your Notion called like lessons learned, and then write like actionables, and then like write the things you could literally do that you could implement into your business to make more of an impact. Which, Andreas, by the way, I have something to share with you after from that podcast I learned. So now listen, I could sit here and give you 500 more answers. Like, oh, well, you know, they know how to operate a business, and they can do this, and that stuff's irrelevant, right? Like, sure, it makes an impact, but in terms of the 3 biggest ones, I'd say those are probably 3 of the biggest dominoes that would make a big difference in your business. What camera do you have? I have a Canon 90D with a Sigma 17-70 f2.8 lens. There you go. You're welcome. How to get clients? I don't know, bro. Don't ask me. I don't know how to get clients. Yo, Stefan, I hope all is well. Danny, long time no see. It's good to see you, my brother. You made a video on the new method of reaching since Instagram is cracking down on more DMs, and mentioned making content. Can give us an example of how content should look? And while I'm kind of slow at learning, not gonna lie, but can you go more on how we should be DMing people now? Matter of fact, I literally just recorded the video of our entire outreach process on how we're able to send like 500, 600, 700 DMs a day. Like everything from team to scripts to data systems and processes. So that's coming out soon. So that'll be a really valuable video. But in terms of content, I actually made it in that video as well. You want to have, if you go look at some of my outreach profiles, if you search the word Stefan V in your Instagram browser, you'll see about 30 accounts of mine. Most of those are outreach accounts. So you can get a pretty good grasp of what should an outreach account look like, because I have about 30 of them on the internet. Okay, that's number 1. But what you really need, the most important things are, first, have posts. Like, if you have no posts, what the fuck? So first is have posts. There's something called above the fold. It's what do people see above the fold? So if you open up Instagram now on your phone or even on your browser, above the fold is the bottom of your phone. What's above the fold? What is the first thing they see? Those are the most important things. Things below don't really matter. So above the fold is what we should focus on. Okay, so 3 pin posts, profile picture, bio, etc. Number 1, username. Make sure your username doesn't have fucking underscores, dashes, numbers, periods, none of that weird shit. Just letters, okay? Just your name. Number 2, profile picture. Have a profile picture that is clean, good looking, and professional, and resident with the niche. If you're in real estate, perhaps put on a nice shirt, look pretty good. If you're in personal trainers, okay, then, you know, maybe you can get away with like a sports shirt, right? It doesn't have to be at the gym, but kind of have that personal connection. So you kind of blend in with the niche. Resonation is still a very important thing to resonate with the people, right? You wouldn't sit here and wear fucking pajamas if you're going to talk to lawyers. You just wouldn't do that. So there is a point of resonation that's still very applicable, okay? As for content, 1 pin post is storytelling VSL. So if you guys know what a VSL is, now just tell your story in the VSL. And you go look at mine as an example. It's definitely not the best, but it's something. Story selling VSL. Okay, tell your story, right? How you got to where you are, and then what you do now, right? Storytelling VSL. Another pin post. These the 2 after don't have the biggest impact. I recommend having 1 sort of like sales asset, whether that's you talking about a common problem, right? And you don't have to necessarily be like telling people, oh, here's how you do this. The best way to make content is to say, here's how my client, or here's how I would. People hate hearing how to, especially if you're a 14-year-old kid, you've never helped a gym in their life, and you say, oh, gyms, here's how you can get 10 more members this month. And they're like, are you fucking retarded? Okay? So don't do that. Okay, do not do that. That's just stupid. Don't say, here, gym members, here's how you can. Unless you have undeniable proof and conviction that you can do that, and you've done it time and time again. But then if you have that, use case studies. Here's how Brandon went from this to this. Way more powerful. And people are more inclined to listen, so they don't feel that pressure of, here's how to do this. And they're like, well, this 14-year-old kid's telling me how to do this. Even if he's right, I don't want to listen to him because it'll hurt my ego. And as Andreas put in the chat, 1 storytelling, 1 mini VSL, and then 1 sales asset. So the last one to conclude this list off is a mini real VSL. Right? Which VSL, for those of you who don't know, because I didn't know this when I was young, and I I was too ashamed to ask, stands for video sales letter. And that is essentially just a video of you selling your services, is the best way to put it. Selling the idea of you and your company and what you do. Okay, that's probably the best way to put it. So Danny, hope that kind of helped out, my brother. Okay, hope that kind of helped out. Abby, I don't even know if that's your fucking name, but it looks like your name. Abby, what are 3 essential skills that would make you irreplaceable in business? 3 essential skills. I mean, there's just so many, right? But I feel like, okay, if we had to boil it down, 3 fundamental skills that make you irreplaceable and incredible, so you cannot be replaced, is number 1. Now, granted, this isn't really a skill, but I would say build a competitive moat. What I mean by this is, you guys know how moats work, right? And this is some good value. You guys know how moats work, right? Who here, just show hands, does anybody not know how a moat works? It's fine if you don't, I don't care. Anybody not know? I'll explain it anyway, because there's some motherfuckers who are too shy to raise their hand. Basically, a moat, let's say you have a house on a piece of land, and then instead of it just being like land to land, there's a big moat. So a big dip, a big valley, if you will. Okay? So the people can't get to the moat, and it's like really deep. So you can't just like, you can't get to the house, right? It was used as a form of protection a really long time ago. There's still some moats around in this world. So what do I mean by building a competitive moat? Well, it's doing something that is so complicated that it is almost impossible for companies or other people to replicate what you do. For example, how many companies right now can go out there, snap their fingers, and have free 2-day shipping? None of them. And so Jeff Bezos has created a competitive moat where no company can do this. Why? Because most of the companies make their profit from shipping. I dropship. Yes, you can literally make profit from shipping. As a matter of fact, that's where most people make their money. The products themselves, right, don't make a ton of money. You make a lot of money from the shipping. And so when Jeff Bezos said, you know what? Fuck it. It's so much harder for people to copy what he does and to compete with him because he ate up that complexity. And so, and how we can apply this in our business is how can we eat up complexity that other people wouldn't want to eat up? For example, most of you, if you run an SMMA, you understand that your clients struggle with sales or calling leads. One of those 2 things usually clients struggle with. Most people will say or complain and say, oh, my clients suck. The people who want to become irreplaceable would go there, eat the customer's complexity and go, how can I solve this for them? How can I eat their complexity? And the more complexities you eat, the more valuable you get because it's harder for people to copy you. And so yes, this will cost you time and or money, maybe both. But the more of this you spend and the more complexities you eat, the harder you become to replace. Because of that concept of doing what others won't. So if you do what others won't, you get what others don't get. Simple as that. Right? If you go to the gym 6 days a week, you get the nice body when other people who go 1 day a week don't get the nice body. If you do what, and no one wants to go to the gym 6 days a week, it's hard. I know. But if you do what others won't do, you'll get what others won't get. Simple as that. Now heck, that could be a fucking great end in of itself, but I'll give you 2 more. 3 essential skills that make you irreplaceable in business. When I think irreplaceable, everybody can, like, here's the thing, is everybody can start running ads. Everyone can start making content. Everyone can do these things. And so there comes a point where, like, to an extent, you can be replaceable in everything, right? You become the best salesman. Well, if someone else trains hard enough, they can replace you. And so I think the only way you become irreplaceable is by doing something other people cannot do or will not do. Spending a bunch of money, spending a bunch of time. Right? Those are 2 things that will make you irreplaceable, at least to an extent. For example, within a couple of years, we will have free 2-day shipping from other companies. But it's going to take so long. So think about Amazon's been doing it for so long now. So they're so far ahead of the game. So in terms of skills, like, listen, anybody can learn how to sell. Selling is a great skill to learn. But anyone can learn how to sell, right? If you put your time in, you can learn how to sell. Right? Anybody can. And so in terms of making you irreplaceable in comparison to other companies is just deliver the absolute best possible result you can. Okay? I hope that kind of in and of itself gave you a bit of maybe insight. On 3 skills. But number 1 skill is building competitive moats around your business so that nobody can copy what you do. And listen, let me give you just a little tidbit here. Is if what you do is easy, people can copy it. If what you do is difficult and excruciating and causes a lot of sacrifice, then you know you're doing it right. If it's easy, just know it's easy for everybody else. Think about that. If it's easy for you, it's going to be easy for everybody else to copy. So if what you do is difficult, then you're on the right track, because then you know it's hard for people to try and copy. Okay? Stefan VDV. Who the fuck calls me that? Stefan VDV. Like, do people just call each other by their last name now? Do you think that hiring a VA is good starting off an agency I can get for commission basis on 150 every deal closed? If you are somebody who can adequately lead a team, yes. That's the only contingent I'll put on that answer. Is if you can adequately lead a team, then get a VA. Yes. If you cannot, do not get a VA. Because you are not worthy of getting a VA. If you cannot lead that VA, that team member, you gotta think, they're human too. Right? A lot of people look down on VAs. I fucking hate those people. VAs are human beings. Living human beings. Okay? Treat them that way. They're not fucking slaves, so don't treat them that way. Okay? So first thing is, if you can treat them and lead them properly, then yes, I would highly recommend getting a VA for your team. Why would you not want somebody else to help you with the load and get you quicker results? That's the only contingent, is if you can lead a team. If you cannot lead a team, your VA will your VA won't perform, and that's your fault, not the VA's fault. If your VA doesn't perform, it's always your fault. I just want you guys to know, if your team members ever don't perform, it's always your fault. I don't give a fuck if it's the sales guys and they don't close, it's your fault. There's no such thing as B or C players, there's only such thing as B or C leaders. If your team doesn't perform, it's because of you. Oh, but my team didn't train. That's because you didn't give them the environment or the playground to do so. Oh, but my team isn't good at sales. That's because you didn't train them well enough. You didn't set good expectations. If your team sucks, it's because of you. And so you have one or two options. Become a fucking better leader or get rid of them because you suck. It's getting real. It's getting real. I know that isn't an SMA question, but more self-improvement related. Do you have a purpose in life? How do you line it to SMA to make sure it's 100% authentic with who you are? I feel like that's a really, really deep question. I feel like it's a really deep question that would require a lot of thought. And so for me to just spin off an answer off the top of my head, I don't think it's doing it justice. Because I think finding your purpose and talking about just the whole reasoning behind purpose is something that is a lot more than just, oh, this. Because I'll tell you what, when I first started out, and this is most people, here's what happens. When you first start out, your goal is, oh, I'm going to prove those motherfuckers at school wrong. I'm going to show my parents what I can do. I'm going to become the top G in my city. Everyone's going to look up at me like, whoa, look at what he did. And then you kind of get there and you're like, okay, I didn't even really do it for this. And then it's like, you got what you initially wanted, so now what? And I think that's when you find, okay, what is the true reason why? Right? Because what happened is I always thought, oh, once I have money, I'll be happy. Nope. I'll tell you this, money doesn't make you happy. And so that's something I learned is, okay, because I always wish, oh, if I could just make 10K a month, I'll be the happiest person in the world. No, didn't end up being that way. And so what I strive to do is, how could I find purpose and fulfillment in doing what I do on a day-to-day basis? So therefore, the work becomes what I enjoy doing. And that's what I then did, is finding purpose in what I do. Now it's difficult and it's a process and it'll take a while. But if you can find purpose in what you do, makes it amazing. And last thing is, obviously you're going to have a big reason why. Right? Everybody's going to have their own reason why. Everybody. Some people is because of how they were raised. Other people for whatever reason. Right? I want to make sure that my wife never has to work a day in her life. We can raise the kids on a beautiful farmhouse in a nice mansion. Right? Like, these are some I want to give back to people. I want to help out. I want to make sure that my family is set. Right? My mom's still working, so fuck, I better work a bit harder. So, I feel like everybody, you'll find, like, how do you align it with SMMA? Well, SMMA is the vehicle to getting to where I want to go. And that's where you got to switch the mindset. Is SMMA isn't what I wake up, like, oh my goodness, yes, SMMA, SMMA. Like, no. Right? But SMMA is the vehicle to get to where I want to go. And so, perhaps you don't like SMMA, that's fine. But if SMMA is the vehicle to where you want to go, you can still find purpose in doing it. Because what you do is you go, I'm doing the inputs to get to where I want to go. And so therefore you find fulfillment in it. Because now it's not like, man, I don't like SMMA. It's like, okay, I don't like SMMA, but I'm doing it so I can have this thing. So I'm going to find purpose because the purpose is doing this so I can get here. And if I do this, I'll get here. There's your purpose. And so that's how I kind of helped make my journey a bit better, or a bit more enjoyable, if you will. Abanov, probably with another killer question. Both Andreas and you agency over 20K mark or over 15, I don't know the exact number, and now you're partnering up. What do you think are some of the things you actually taking and implementing from your old agencies, your new one? What are some of the mistakes you both made in each of your agencies that you're trying the best to avoid in the new agency? Skill set and efficiency. Stefan's a demon in the back end. He's doing all the delivery. I am an old agency. Was a demon in acquisition, but had bad results in marketing sales. Yeah, I mean, Andreas pretty well summed it up. But like a lot of the things, like even skill set aside, it's so much easier. Now listen, if you haven't scaled an agency, don't get a partner. I think it's stupid. I think it's stupid for two idiots to partner up and scale an agency. Okay? But once you scale an agency, partner the fuck up. Oh my goodness. Like, you just get excelled to an absolute new level. Right? An absolute new level. And what Jared Curry said, or him and Matt Shields, how they determine who they should partner up with is usually only partner up with somebody if they have a skill set you have, if they have a skill set you don't have, money you don't have, or time you don't have. Right? And so the person has to meet one of those three in order to make it a good decision on whether or not you should partner up with them. And then granted, other things as well. Right? Do your guys' goals align? A bunch of other stuff, but that's pretty common. But I guess one more thing to add on to that is, what are some of the things you're taking and implementing? And one of the mistakes you made is, one of the biggest mistakes is just operating too slow. Like in my old agency, I was just slow. Whereas like now, it's like, idea, boom, it's done. It's like we want to do something, boom, the next day it's done. Like just boom, 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 like moving fucking quick. Is probably one of the biggest things I left behind in my old agency and implementing the new one. Is moving with speed, going quicker. Right, just getting it done. You have an idea, get it out there. As I was saying on the podcast this morning with Daniel Fazio, he said that when he started up his company, or he said when he recommends starting up one of your company, is literally, there was a guy who drafted up on just a white blank landing page an offer and sold $75,000 worth of software for a company he didn't even have, for a product he did not have. He sold it for $75. Drove traffic to it. He said he said just get proof of concept, then run with it. And this is actually maybe this is something that all of my friends around me, like from school, do not understand. They always come to me, Stefan, I want to start a business. I'm like, great, do it. It's cool. It's exciting. It's gonna be tough. It's gonna be hard. Just so you know, you don't just start. You don't say, oh, I'm gonna start a business and boom, $1 million in your bank account. It doesn't work that way. Okay, just to be clear. For those of you who might be new or old in the SMMA game, there's people who work years on years on years before they ever get to where they want to go. Making 10K a month doesn't come like this. It doesn't, like, you don't just start and then boom, 10K a month. That is a unrealistic expectation a lot of people have in this space. Whereas Matt says, oh, but he's at 300K a month now. He scales agency from 0 to 150K in the first 90 days, something like that. Yeah, but he had worked on 6 other agencies before that. Which a few of them he scaled the shit out of, and some of them, well, I think the biggest one he had was 20K a month until it crashed to 0 before COVID. The other ones before were still littler. So think about that. 6 years to then build a 300K a month agency. Let me ask you this. Would you wait and make $0 for 6 years to then start making 300K a month? Most of you would say yes, but do no. There's people, matter of fact, one of the other podcasts, I'm going to go pull it up, that I listened to right at the end of my shower. It's called Leaving $11 million in e-com to start a software company. He left $11 million, like I think $10 million a year, in e-com to start a software company. For the first 3 years, he didn't make a penny. Matter of fact, he spent over $500,000. 3 years, didn't make a penny, spent over $500,000. I haven't watched the end of that podcast, but I imagine he's going to be making a lot more now. If you're going to go watch it, right? Anyways, back to the question, because I'm veering off topic here. What are some of the mistakes you made? Well, there you go. Those are some of the mistakes I made. Okay? Also, last mistake I made, and that we're not making this mistake now, is fucking go in on acquisition. Go all in on acquisition. Spend all the fucking money. Spend all the money you have, acquisition. Only focus on setting and closing appointments. That's it. You need to just get clients. I am a person who's so product oriented, so customer oriented. That's like my specialty, is like keeping customers, making them happy and getting them good results. But I understand it doesn't fucking matter because you don't even have enough data. You need 100 sets of data to have significant statistical significance. 100. So that would mean theoretically you need 100 clients before you can actually understand what is wrong about your product, how can you make it better. Most of you trying to say we're trying to refine your product. Fuck off. Sell. Start closing people. Close 100 fucking clients and then focus on your product. Sell first, service later. Okay? Your first few clients, you will get shitty results. Maybe your first 10, 20. Because, of course, you're still learning. And they might hate you, but that's okay because you're acquiring the insights and the skill sets and the knowledge to help your next customers. It's not unethical. And this is the biggest problem I had to deal with, is trying to feel with unethical, not delivering results. It's okay. It's part of the game. Now, granted, don't fucking rob them, don't scam them, and give them their money back, just so we're clear, okay? You shouldn't be in this game for making money. You should be in this game for helping people. Okay, let's be clear. If you're in this game for making money, you're doing something wrong. Be in this game for helping people. Alrighty? It's a huge difference. Huge, huge difference. You're gonna make a ton more money if you think that way. You skip me, I take that person. How much do you pay your VAs? Oh, sorry, I didn't realize that. To do IG outreach for you. Well, I'll tell you this. The standard is $400 a month. And that equates to, I think it's like 100 messages a day for 5 days a week. Something like that, right? Standard, if you hire someone from like Fiverr, Upwork, etc., pay them what they're worth. If they make you 100K, every month, why not pay them 10, 20K? If they make you $0, why not pay them zero? Now, granted, you have to give them a reason to stay. So if you cannot provide value to them, like let me be clear. If you cannot provide value to your team, why do you have a team? If you can't pay them good, if you can't teach them things, if you can't even, like, listen, here's the thing, is you can provide value to your team not with money. Because say this, some of the best lessons and some of the best things people have given me is knowledge, not money. I've worked for free a ton. Because the thing that was valuable for me wasn't the knowledge. Wasn't the money, it was the knowledge. It was the things that they got to teach me. And so I worked for free so much in my life. Like so long I worked for free, just acquiring those insights that most people wouldn't do because they're too focused on the money. And so if you can get a team that's oriented the same way as you, and you have good skill sets, you can give them to your team. Heck, you can hire them on a totally commission basis. Hey, listen, I'll pay you direct according to how much money you make me. As a matter of fact, during the meantime, I'll help you with X, Y, and Z. What if you're a personal trainer? Imagine you're a personal trainer. You say, hey, whoever comes on your team, I will literally give you workout plans. I will meet with you daily. You will be part of my personal training. What can you give these people to provide value to them? Add value. Right? Be a value add. Value add to your clients. But the industry average, $400 a month. Okay, and that's like basic math on $3 an hour per this many messages, etc. But you don't need to do industry. You need to do what works for your team. Okay, if you cannot get VAs unless you pay them $1,000 a month, then $1,000 a month it is. If you can pay them $0 a month, then $0 a month it is. That doesn't matter. It's not in the money. It's in what do you give them, right? Do you give them an opportunity to make a lot more, right? Because if you could give them the opportunity to learn skills and then make a lot more because of those skills, that's worth way more than anything you could ever pay them. Okay, so there's a few things there, a few contingencies. Let me scroll back down. What are the mistakes you made that actually shut down your first agency? Oh, that was for Andres. Unfortunately, I don't know the answer to that. Means to fun argue every day. Yeah. Every day. 100%. Right? If you just have a yes man, you have a terrible partner. Right? We question everything that each one of us does to ensure that we actually make the right decision. And oftentimes it's me being wrong. And like we'll sit there arguing like, fuck, I'm the idiot. But at least then we figured it out and know with 100% certainty we're making the right decision. Right? And so we can both go all in. Because if I'm hesitant, we're not gonna do well. Right? You can't go all in on something when you're hesitant on it. And so we need to make sure that whatever we're doing is right. Okay? So yeah, when you were a complete beginner, like when you found out about SMMA, how was a day in the life of juggling, getting your first client results and also outreach? I'm kind of a one-man team right now. Literally all it was, well, I say all it was, I'll tell you what I did versus what I would do. Mine was spent mostly on trying to like service my clients. And then I would do a bit of learning to acquire new knowledge. And then I would make sure I send my DMs. Stupidest shit ever. Get new clients. Just keep getting fucking clients. Keep getting clients. Imagine if you had 10 clients versus 1. Imagine how much faster you would learn. Guess what? When you learn faster, you can apply all that to all your other clients. So think about it. If you have 10 clients, you might all suck in the first little bit, but you'll learn lessons 10 times quicker versus if you had 1 or 2 or 3. And so you'll learn lessons way quicker, and guess what? When you learn those lessons, you provide better results. So it is in your best interest to take on more clients. Keep taking on more clients, because the more clients you take on, the more lessons you learn. The more lessons learned, the more value you can provide. So take on more clients. Okay. What do you think is a standpoint, revenue point at which you would think about partnership up? I don't know. 10K a month? That's just a random number. How would you suggest working? So would you still suggest working for free for a couple qualified clients to get more momentum in the beginning? Dependent, right? Yes and no. For some people, 100% yes. For other people, 100% no. It totally depends, right? Like, at the end of the day, if you worked for free for 100 clients, if you had started working for free and known how to, and listen, when I say work for free, you still have to sell yourself. This is a huge thing people miss out on, is they think, oh, because I'm working for free, people will say yes. No, that's not true. I get hit up every day and get asked for people to work for me for free. Every single day, multiple people in Discord DMs, in Instagram DMs, you name it. Fucking YouTube comments. People pitch me on YouTube comments. I'll work for you for free, this is this. You still have to sell me. I still have to then give you my time, give you my resources, give you my energy. And so just make sure if you're working for free, you still sell yourself and position yourself properly. Okay? Because you can't just say, oh, I work for free. You have to make it sound enticing. You have to make them still want it. If you just say, oh, I work for free, for what reason? Right? If you can give a reasoning, for example, imagine you said, hey, I just changed, these are the results I've gotten for other people. I've just changed my offer to do X, Y, and Z. For the first 3 people I'm bringing on, I'm offering a free test run. Now it sounds at least a bit better than, oh, I just work for free. But to sum it up, and to answer your question in full, is should you work for free, yes or not? It depends. It's contextual to your situation. And so I guess you are the ultimate person who can make that judgment call of what would benefit me more. That's the way I look at it. Because listen, at the end of the day, right, you could do either or. But it's like, what will benefit me more? What will get me closer to my ultimate goal? That's like the real question, is what will get me closer to my ultimate goal? If your ultimate goal is just to make 10K a month, then fuck, charging will probably get you there quicker. But if your goal is to build a multi-million-dollar business and to change people's lives, well, the faster you learn, the faster you can grow. Right? The faster you learn and the faster you implement, the faster you can grow. So, from that concept, I would argue that working for free might be a good idea, because you might get all the insights you need. I mean, fuck, look at Andreas, for example. He signed more clients in his first month than most of you have in your entire life. Right? For free. But guess what? He acquired a ton of insights and data and knowledge, and guess what happened after a few months? We all know what happened. Okay? Famous 36K a month at 16 years old. Right? But that's because he worked for free for so many different people. But most people aren't willing to do that. And that's why they don't get the results he gets. Simple. Now, he does have some other skill sets, but we'll lay it at an even playing field. Okay? While I wait for the next question to come in, I'm gonna try something, because I have an idea. What if I do this? What if I make it so that instead of just boys being in here, everyone can be in here and speak? Hey, Stefan, it's amazing to see that you're doing so much at the same time of providing so much value. Thank you, brother. Running your agency, posting content regularly on both your channels, which is also helping me in the back end as I'm in real estate niche. Beautiful. Why don't you ask something about VSL? Should we send the VSL before our demo call so the lead finds value in showing up to the call? Because the show up rate for real estate is 50% or between the time of the demo call and the sales call, so our sales call goes smoothly and just get yeses and nos. Well, that was a very complex question. I'll give you a bit of insight on what we do. Okay, we have two different VSLs. One, which is actually a VSL. Front end VSL, and then we have a back end, I call an IDS VSL, indoctrination sequence VSL, which is the VSL that gets sent after they book. Matter of fact, we send that to them I think like 4 times. They get shown it as soon as they book. They get sent it to them via text and email as soon as they book, and then the morning of before the call it gets sent again as a reminder. And that basically kind of covers and goes over who we are, what we do. But that's totally different to the actual VSL on the front end, right? Because that one they've already booked. And so, Andreas is typing up a storm here, so we'll, oh, I thought he was going to answer William's question. Okay, but should we send the VSL before a demo call? Yeah, have a front-end VSL and have a back-end VSL, right? Have a VSL which, well, one sells your services and one kind of gets them, and if you have some sort of reason for them to show up to the call, put that in there. Right, like a bit of our structure for our back-end VSL, I don't fucking know. It always depends. It's just random. Like that one's not as important. They've already committed, right? They've already booked, and so now it's just reaffirming that hey, they made the right decision. Make sure they show up to the call. So if you have an incentive for them to show up to the call, do it. If you want to show your process so they kind of understand, are a bit more educated and qualified before the call, do that as well. Okay. It was the VSL one up above from Rhythm. Rit 1. Andreas, do you manage the clients? Did you have a client cap or other people helping you out with as many clients as possible? That was obviously for Andreas, not me. I just read it out loud. By the way, I think you guys can talk now. Could someone just verify and just say something? We can or can't? Somebody leave and join again and try.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, there you go. Okay. Says you are suppressed. Wow, I'm actually a fucking dictator, bro. Says you are suppressed. I'm actually crazy. Now everyone's fucking leaving. Oh my days. Yo, chill. Oh, who's got it? This is why, bro. Someone's always got a fucking shit-ass mic. Like, someone always has a terrible mic, bro. Okay, you guys can turn your fucking cameras back on. Does anybody else have any questions now? Okay, hold up. Just for my own sanity, okay, for my ego, has this call been good so far? Have you guys got one single thing that you can take away and implement in your business? Give me a thumbs up if you have one thing you're gonna take and implement into your business after this. Okay, good. As long as there's one thing that you can implement. I don't give a fuck about how much you learn. Oh, I learned so much. Doesn't matter. You need to implement something. Okay, so as long as you have one single thing that you can implement, boom. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Let me ask you this. If I were to do this again, who would show up again? I show up all of you, bro. Okay, good. That's what I like to hear. Okay, dope. Dope. Okay, well, who else? I still got some time. Anybody else have any other things? You can speak now. You can unmute if you want to ask. People are still typing. See, people love the typing, bro. I guess it's just easier, bro. Some people just can't even comprehend their thoughts. Like, they can't articulate their thoughts out loud. They just, like, start to stutter out, bro. Damn, now no one's typing like, fuck, that's me, but he just called me out. I can't talk. By the way, last night, Andreas, you see the photo I sent you?
No, what was it?
On Discord. Check Discord right now. It's when you called me. Did you not see what I sent you?
You duct taped your mouth?
Yeah, I duct taped my mouth shut, bro. I, for my entire life, have been a mouth breather. And I've always been under the assumption that I can only breathe through my mouth. As a matter of fact, I still do. And last night I said, fuck it. I've always been scared. I thought I was going to die. And so I tried to tape my mouth. I used this like shitty tape. Didn't work. I was like, fuck it. The only tape I have that will actually sustain is duct tape. That fucking duct tape my mouth shut, bro. It worked. No slobber on my pillow. No dry mouth, bro. Absolute life hack. Absolute life hack. Does anyone have anything else? Come on, surely you guys got something else. Surely there's like one thing you're like, I would like to know this. I'm curious. Stefan, tell me this thing. My favorite thing in the world, if honestly, I need to tell my future girlfriend, my future wife this, is that my favorite thing in the world is talking about myself. Okay, maybe not talking about myself, it's talking in general. Like, man, I love talking. Absolutely love talking. It's maybe my favorite thing in the world. So I love when people ask me questions. It's the best thing. Bro, it's so W. W. That's what I fucking like to hear. It's a W. This is a W. I'm just glad there's people that showed up, bro. What do you enjoy doing in your free time? I'm gonna be honest, bro. If I'm gonna keep it a buck with you, for the past couple of months, there's been no such thing as free time. Like, I know when people say, oh yeah, I wake up and I work and then when I'm done work, I go to bed. Dude, literally. Like, I'll wake up at my desk and I literally won't leave my desk until I go to bed. And so, I don't really have free time, but here's the thing. That's because I'm in a building phase. If you ask me this in 2, 3, 5, 6 months from now, or even a couple months back, it would be a totally different answer. But it's like you go through these phases. I don't think there's such thing as like work-life balance or like intentional monk modes. It's just like when shit needs to get done, shit needs to get done. And it gets done. And so if we're in a phase where we need to get shit done and build and go crazy, then we go crazy and we work every single waking hour because there's always stuff to do. Right? But there will come a point in time where obviously that won't be the case. And so to answer my question, what would I like to do in my free time? I would love to hang out more with my family. That's probably the biggest one. Yesterday, my dad was in town. He was at a Canucks game with my brother. And he was in town, and so we went and got lunch real quick. Love that, right? One of my favorite things to do is hang out with my family. I would love to go on more hikes and such, right? Definitely a big one. Now, granted, right now, it's completely snowing outside. So you can go snowshoeing, actually. Which actually, that's a good idea, to go snowshoeing. So I like to go on hikes. I would really love to do anything that... Probably anything to do with like nature and phoneless. Like it's probably like my ideal. Like if I actually truly had free time, like not just like, oh, you had 2-hour gap between work, like actually true free time. I love to just go out in the woods, no phone, camping, hiking, fishing, like just all those real fun activities. The problem is every 10 minutes I get a call from somebody and it's like, oh, we gotta do this, we gotta do this. And so I can't even fathom the fact that I'd be gone for 24 hours. Even when I go to bed, I wake up like scared. Oh shit, what happened? I'm like going through my Discord messages. Okay. Are we good? Literally, like it's like every time I wake up, I'm like stressed. Okay, what notifications are there? I'm just waiting for like this fucked up. I'm like fuck. Now I gotta go fix it.
It's so accurate.
So. You know, once we get to a stage where that's not the thing, in my free time, I would love to just do things phoneless. Fucking leave my phone in my room, take my camera so I can video and take pictures, go hiking, go fishing. Like, I've only been fishing once in my life, on my birthday, most fun of my life. Such a fun thing. If you guys haven't gone fishing, highly recommend it. It's so cool. But like hiking, camping, all this fun, outdoor, adventurous stuff. I love that stuff. But maybe not myself, though. I need to be with people I really enjoy being with. Here's the problem. I haven't found those fucking people yet. We'll find them though. My family. I actually love hanging out with my family. My brothers are dope, and they're slowly getting cooler and cooler as they grow up. Right? We always used to fight when we were kids. It's getting better. Who just leave that big ass message? I was about to read it. That's actually an L. I was about to read that big fucking message. Now it's gone. Who deleted that shit? That's actually crazy, bro. What do you enjoy doing in your free time? Let me answer that. Could you make regular calls like this, like once a week? I will try. Like this is why, bro. Like this motherfucker. Okay. I will try my best, says Ree. There's no guarantee. I'll do these truthfully, when I feel like it. Which, well, to be honest, I love talking. So you can count on the fact that they won't be once in a blue moon. So all I'm going to say is stay active in the Discord, because if I feel like it, boom, notification, event. And then you'll know. So, yeah. But I'll try my best. I love talking. I love talking with you guys, giving some value where I can, and seeing what's up with the boys. Outdoor boys, yeah. Outdoor boys for sure. For sure. I feel, and traveling, I mean, like, that's like an easy one to say, though. Everyone says that. Oh, I'd love to travel the world. Well, obviously. Who wouldn't want to go explore and learn and see all the cool cultural things? I'm surprised only 20 to 30 people joined. Of course. Right? Of course. People, like, here's the thing, is... when people pay, they pay attention. And so typically what happens in life is, let me ask you a question. And this is why I'm not surprised, because it happens all the time, and I do it myself. Everyone does it. Have you guys ever downloaded a free PDF? Or maybe a free lead magnet? As a matter of fact, who here downloaded Alex Hormozi's $100 million offer workbook? The one he gave for free at a $100 million leads event. Show of hands. Who here downloaded that from the lead event? I did. Let me ask you this. Who here has used it? Not me. As a matter of fact, I didn't even open it. It was just cool to have. Right? Here's the thing. Is when something is free, we just don't associate it with value. Now, not because it's bad. Like, fuck, it's Alex Hormozi. It probably has so much value in there. But it's like, the fact that I didn't pay for it is like, I don't know. And people do this all the time. When they get shit for free, that course that's for free in RSC now is really good and incredible and will get a lot of people to 10K a month. If he charged 10K for that, I can guarantee you everyone will make a fuck ton of money. But because it's free, people don't really take it seriously. Doesn't work as well. And so when something is free, you get less, you're actually doing a disservice to the people in the essence of if you're giving something, because people just don't really care because it's free. And it's not that they don't care, but it's just they won't really pay attention. Right? Like, for example, if everybody had to pay to get in this Discord server, you best believe there were way more people on this call. But that's the nature of the game, right? It's like I don't say we look down, but we just don't value things that aren't associated with some sort of monetary gain, right? It didn't cost anything, so why should they put an importance on it? It didn't cost them anything, right? It's not like they're going to lose. If they paid, they feel like they're losing their money if they don't go, because they're not getting what they paid for. But since they didn't pay, it's not as big of a deal, right? That's just the way it works. What's your why? Damn, we're about to get deep in here, eh? What's your... Goddamn! We're about to start up a big conversation. There's so many things to my why, right? Like I said, at first it was for these small little things that I want to, if I could prove people wrong, this, that. Man, I don't really care about that. I don't need to prove anybody wrong, right? I just want to prove myself right. But it's like, I'm still on that journey. But I feel like if I were to dive in the world, like why do this? Why not just like settle? Well, one, I love the process. I think it's the process in and of itself is the most fascinating and coolest thing in this world. Like building something that is bigger than beyond me, and building something that can impact people's lives, and like just going through the process of trying to do something unordinary and trying to build something massive is so cool to me. That's a huge part of my why. Second thing is, man, I don't ever want anybody in my family, mom, dad, brothers, wife, kids, to ever worry about money, ever. And I selfishly want to live on a big, nice mansion, big farm, by the lake maybe, right? Okay, well shit, I need a lot of money to do that. Okay, boom, that's another reason why, right? I want to make sure that my parents can do whatever the fuck they want for the rest of their life. Okay, boom, that's another part of my why, right? I want to make sure I'm able to give back, right? I want to give back to as many people as I can. Right? The less fortunate, other people in different parts of the world, give back and help people out. And so it's like, I truly, really want to do that. And so, well, therefore, fuck, I got to make money. Because I don't know about you, but if you work a 9 to 5 and you make no money, who are you helping? Well, one, you don't have no money, and two, you have no time. Because you're sitting there working 9 to 5 every single day for 50 weeks in the year. And then 2 weeks you get off and you try and relax. Because you're so burned out from your shitty job that you hate. So you can't really help people. And I don't know about you, sitting at a bank, hi miss, $20 in, okay, see ya, isn't really adding value to people's lives. And I don't find it fulfilling if I can't add value to people's lives. Now granted, I still try to make people smile when I worked at the bank, that's why I gave that example. But I didn't feel like I was adding value. I didn't do something of substance. I didn't do something worth remembering. But if I could help somebody and make them a ton more money so their family can eat good now, and that happened as a direct result of working with me, man, I feel good. If kids in Africa could drink water because I worked hard and gave them money, awesome. If I built schools in Nepal and all these other places, right, I'd feel good. If I help the less fortunate around my town have more jackets in the winter because it's freezing cold here, I feel good. But that's selfish though, because that's me. And so I think more importantly, it's doing these acts and deeds through God. Right? Doing these acts and these good deeds through God. It's not through me. I'm not a good person. It's done through God. So there's a bit of my why. A bit of a here, there, everywhere. Right? I feel like there's a lot of pieces. There's not just one answer that's like, oh, here it is. This is the reason why. There's like multiple different components that like make up and sum up the big reason why. But ultimately, here's how I reverse engineered my why. Why do people want money? Why do you want money? Well, first thing that people will say is, well, I want freedom, I want time. Pause. Why do you want freedom and time? So I can do what I love. So I can live a life I enjoy. Correct? That's what most people say. And so then the way I looked at this question was, okay, well, if I want money so I can do the things I enjoy, why not try and enjoy what I do every day? Whoa. Pause. What? And so once I was able to enjoy what I did every day, man, my life changed for the better forever. Forever. Because now I wake up and I love what I do. Because I find fulfillment and purpose in doing what I do so that I can get to where I want to go. And so what I urge you to do is try and find fulfillment in what you do on a day-to-day basis. Because that's what changed it for me. Because most people are like, oh, I want money so I can do this. But you forget about the people now. If you can realize that what you do has an impact on people now, and you can change people's lives, etc., 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 you will have such a cooler and such a better journey in this thing. Because listen, whether I make 100K next month or zero, my life's still the same. My life's still the same because I enjoy the process. I'm here for the journey, and so it doesn't matter. I can make 100 million or zero. I would still do the exact same thing, right? Because it's the process, it's the pursuit of doing this that's worth doing. It's all about the journey, not the destination. Cliche, but very true. So there's a bit about why. You should definitely do more fishing with the boys. It's awesome. Yeah, I've done it one time. And it was on my birthday with my other friend who has the same birthday as me. And us three went, and I caught my first fish. I only caught one, but I caught him, and so I was pumped. And so that's something I really, really, really want to do more. Really want to do more. Man, this has been fun, bro. It's been fun, bro. Like I just love talking. I don't know, sharing stories, like sharing anything I can is like so fun to me. Especially when there's other people here. Like making YouTube videos is pretty awesome. Like I love making YouTube videos, but it's like it's a different feeling when there's like people here. You know what I mean? And it's like you guys are like actively. I can see you guys like here. It's like it's cool. So. Anybody else? Have any last minute things? Anything they want to share, ask, talk about? Hey bro, I'm in this journey with my boys. Should we make our separate SMMAs or partner for one? I know you said don't partner until they're third. We were still learning, so we can't do what Jared Curry and Matt Shields did. What do you mean by that? Because what Matt Shields and Jared Curry did is they went solo for multiple different agencies and then decided to partner up. I can go into the whole story, but the point is they went solo to get like on multiple different agencies. Now granted, they didn't know each other at first, they ended up meeting later and then went partnered up. But at the end of the day, you can do as you wish. I've seen people be very successful from the get-go partnering up. However, there's just so many complications that can arise. Right, that can arise. Now, I'm not saying that they will, but that can arise from partnering up right from the get-go. And so, you definitely can. 100% you can. I don't want to make this sound like you can't, because you can. And you can do it. And there's nothing wrong with it. However, there are certain complications that might make it more difficult. Right? Especially because, like, none of you really know what you're good at yet, maybe. Right? And maybe, oh, well, I think I'm good at this. Well, shit hits the fan when when shit hits the fan, then you find out, right? And so I guess at the end of the day, my advice is do what you feel is best and do what you feel is right, because that's truly, at the end of the day, it's like that's what's going to matter. But I can sit here and tell you all I want. If you don't feel that that's the right decision to make, then don't make it. And so that's the way I'll end it off with, is like, if you don't feel it's the right decision, then don't make it, right? From my experience, I have found, because matter of fact, I tried to partner up with two different people when I first started out, when I knew nothing. Failed. Both of them failed. Right? Now, granted, if I had stuck with them, and we had stuck with that business model to this day, with that same partner, do I feel I would have been successful? Of course. But in hindsight, was it smart to partner up with them in that given state? Well, no. Because, like, you learn so much yourself just trying to operate and run a business. Like, you learn so much just about who you are and what you're good at and all these other things. But at the end of the day, is do what you feel is necessary and best for you. That's all. Is my best recommendation. Which is stupid, and I would hate if someone gave me that answer. I'm like, dude, I just want a yes or no. Which one is it? But it's like, there's no way I can be like, well, do this. Because it's like, it's subjective to your situation. Right? Like, and if you're going to partner up, fucking 2-3 max. Like, here's the thing, is, I wish Andres was here to tell me the answer to this, but there's something called, basically the concept of when you add more things to a system, it gets more complex. Right? When you just add more things to a system, it gets more complex. And so the more people you have, the more complex your business gets. Counterintuitive, right? It's like, well, don't you think more people make it simpler because they're taking care of different things? No. It makes it way more complicated. And so now there's a lot of complications in your business, and like you're just starting. So it's like, fuck, it's already difficult as it is, but now it's exponentially more difficult because you have so many different people. And then like you can't really control this. And so like if this is bad, like it's on that person. But it definitely can work out. And so that's why I don't want to give you a finalized answer. Be like, well, you said this. So I give you both ends of the coin. Do the courses based on skills work in terms of learning the skills itself, copywriting sales pages? Do the courses based on skills work? I've never bought a course for a skill. Here's the reason why. Now, maybe I'm an idiot, because I definitely think buying and investing yourself is the best thing you can do. 100%. But I feel that I know that all the information on those courses and stuff is online. It is. All of it's online. All of it. Every single, not like the course itself. Like I'm not saying, oh, go hijack the course. No. Like the information in and of itself you can find online. And so the only reason why you need to buy a course is if you literally have such a fucking TikTok brain that you cannot take and extract that information and apply it to your life for free. So like when I watch podcasts and YouTube videos, I'm not sitting here going, oh, what a beautiful podcast. I'm sitting with my fucking notepad out. What can I learn? What can I implement? And so when I do that, I'm actively taking notes and learning and implementing. And so therefore, it's like all of that stuff, like I bought some courses. The information on the internet is exactly the same, if not better, than in the actual courses. You just have to be able to learn properly and apply it properly. But like, dude, there's so many good books on this stuff. Right? Like Jeremy Miner, just go watch his free content on NEPQ. Eli Wild, another really good salesman. There's so many other really good salesmen out there, right, that you can learn from. And if you can just apply that and then hop on sales calls and keep training, hopping on sales calls, analyze your sales calls, learn, you get way better. And then maybe get a mentor, okay? Maybe get a mentor to review those sales calls and help you out. Right? Because when you hire a mentor, you're not really buying skills, you're buying time. They've spent X amount of years learning all these skills, they just give it all to you. And so this is what Josh Rivera, he was the one that partnered with Matt Shields in his new agency, scaled to $150K in a couple months, said that the biggest thing that Matt Shields gave him was not any specific skill set, but he gave him the vision to basically drive around and mitigate all these obstacles and failures that would arise if he didn't know what he was doing. And so that's like the best way, right? Because like you're not like what they're really helping you with is making sure you don't hit these problems because they've already been through it. Right? There's a saying. Jared loves this one. There's a guy in New York City. He falls in a hole. A lawyer walks by. Hey, lawyer, can you help me out? I'm stuck. He goes, yeah, I'll draft up a court appeal. Throws it down. Doc walks by. Hey, doc, can you help me out? I'm stuck. Yeah, I'll give you some medication. Throws in the pills. His friend walks by. Hey, John, can you help me out? Yeah, of course. Jumps down. He goes, what the fuck are you doing? Now we're both stuck down here. He goes, yeah, but I know my way out. I've been here before. Right? And so you're not buying a specific thing from them. You're buying their knowledge. You're buying their time. They've spent years learning all these skills. Now you just buy back your time. Because they can help you avoid all these things. So that's where buying some sort, I think mentorship and coaching, or one-on-one especially, is way better than any sort of course. Because they won't inherently teach you exactly every single skill, but they'll help you avoid all the ones so you can just bypass all these other things. Now, granted, definitely read some books, definitely watch some podcasts, right? I watch and listen to podcasts every single morning when I shower. Every single night when I go to bed, I literally listen to podcasts as I'm falling asleep. Like, still actively learning. If I learn a good point, I'll open up my notes app and write it down. Like, literally, even 2 in the morning, I'll sit there and do that. Right? I'm in the shower, place where I get really good ideas. That's why I love listening to podcasts in the shower, because I get really good ideas. Okay? So can you buy courses? 100%. You definitely can. I think that would be better spent. Learn it and then buy like one-on-one mentoring, like or buy a coach or some sort of guidance from somebody who can actually help you, not a course that just tells you what to do. Okay. Stefan, from your childhood, are you this much confident in talking? No. Heck, go look at my old YouTube videos, right? I haven't deleted any of them. You can, as a matter of fact, you know what's so sad? My most viewed YouTube video ever got taken down. Copyrighted. Supercell. Fucking Clash Royale. Fuck Clash Royale for taking down my video. 26,000 views. One of my core childhood memories was getting the Infernal Dragon, coming home, filming a YouTube video. 3 minutes about how to get the Infernal Dragon for free. Took it down. Fuck Supercell, okay? I even got a copyright strike on my channel for that. Bullshit. Anyways, go watch my old YouTube videos. No, I was not this confident. Really, go even watch, like, not even from years ago. You can watch from, like, 1 year ago when I first started this SMMA journey. Watch my YouTube videos. I was not this confident at all. At all. So, no, it was something I learned and developed over time of just doing it. And growing into myself and realizing that, hey, I don't give a fuck what people think of me. Some people be like, Stefan, you're way too energetic. Cool. Don't care. I don't give a fuck. It's me. Right? I'm not going to, like, try and put on a fake face and pretend now. Right? Just because other people want to look at me. No, I don't go fuck. If you don't like me, then cool. I know there's people who don't like me because I'm too energetic. Why is he always screaming at the camera? Why is he this? I don't care. This is who I am. And this is like how I present and get information across. It's who I am. You don't need to fake to be someone you're not. So no, you grow into who you are. Some people don't talk like this. They're very slow, right? And they talk very slow. But still, other people love that. Just grow into who you are. Diego, I need to leave. Well, he's gone now. Adios, Diego. Abhinav, final Q question. I think it is the same ones before, but I will start to ask it a lot. If you had to start over again, no money, no leverage, nothing, just 3 things you could take from your current knowledge, how would you start again? Here's what I would do. Okay? Here's what I would do. Is the first thing I would do is get a skill set. Make sure you understand to some degree what you're going to do. Now, remember I said before, don't focus on it entirely. That's true. But you need to get a skill set to sell to people. You can't just sell air, right? So get a skill set of any sort. I don't care if it's sales, copywriting, Facebook. I don't care what it is. Get some sort of skill set. Then reach out to every single person in your immediate network. Because listen, no money, no leverage, no nothing, right? No money, no leverage, no nothing. Heck, we'll even assume you had no fucking phone for this. You're going to go, now granted, well, you can assume you have a phone, right? But you're going to go to every single person in your immediate network and basically tell them that you're starting up this thing. And you can do the Alex emoji, hey, do you know anybody? Or you could just ask them directly. Every single person in your immediate network. Because somebody knows somebody. Right? So, like, you may have that, oh, yeah, well, Uncle John's son owns this business and he could maybe use that. Boom! There you go. You just need one in. Right? And then from there, you can infinitely scale. But, like, the first thing, have some sort of base understanding of what you're going to do. Second thing is reach out to every single person in your immediate network. Day in and day out. Every single person. Your close proximity. Right? Fuck, your friend's parents. Your friend's uncle. I don't give a shit. Every single person you can get your hands on, you talk to them. Right? And they already know you, like you, trust you, so you don't have to send them some stupid sales pitch. You basically just tell them what you're doing. And say, hey, I'm looking to acquire some skills. Here's what I've learned. Would love to apply and see if we can help you out, etc. That sort of frame. Right? Now granted, if you do this, there is a 99.99% chance you will land your first client for Zoom pretty damn quickly. Then, you're still going to reach out to more people. You don't just want one. You want as many as you can. Keep taking people on. Keep fucking taking them on. Right? And then during this time, I'd start to collect testimonials. Because matter of fact, collecting, I remember I said a long time ago, collecting testimonials and case studies is stupid. I never did it. Take that all back. Most fucking important thing when building a landing page is testimonials and case studies. So collect as many as you can. Even if, let's say on Discord, and for a matter of fact, if you guys, as a matter of fact, I'm going to start doing this soon. So I'm going to leak you. I'm not going to leak it, but I'm going to start doing this soon. Let's say if you help somebody out on Discord and they say, thanks Tom, I just signed a new client because of that tip. Screenshot that, boom, case study. Ever since I started coaching, anytime anybody has mentioned anything good with my name in it, I screenshot it. And I've used it on landing pages for services that have nothing to do with this at all. Nothing to do with it. Right? But it shows that I know what I'm talking about. Shows that I have some sort of substance. So going forward, if you guys ever have a win, at me and post the win in the wins channel. And I will hype you the fuck up for it. And I'll also screenshot it, just so you know. What? I like to be honest and transparent, okay? But, matter of fact, I'm going to make a system to incentivize you to do it. I've learned a lot lately. And I'm going to apply it. And it's going to be awesome. Anyways. First thing, like I said, okay, get your fucking skill set. Second thing is reach out to everybody in your close proximity. Everybody. That fucking barbershop down below, boom, you go to the barbershop, you talk to them. I don't give a fuck where your niche is. It doesn't even matter. Everyone says niche down. Yeah, niching down is good. Doesn't matter if you are literally just starting. Every single person, get as many fucking clients as you possibly can. As many as you can, get them. All of them. Right? And then go above and beyond and deliver exceptional results. Because here's the thing. Now, granted, okay, and once you've done this, start to learn how to sell. Because then the only thing that's going to matter is selling, right? You can sell your way to 100K. Right? You can just sell your way there. You don't even have to fulfill your way there. You can just sell your way to 100K. And so then, learn how to sell. Learn how to sell day in and day out. Learning how to sell is the most crucial thing you could do. Right? But once you have case studies, it gets easier to sell because you already have proof of concept, you know what you're talking about. And so that's why you reach your warm audience first, hit them up, and then I would start to go crazy on hitting up every single person that you know. Right? Pick a niche, double down, all that stuff. But that doesn't really matter. What really matters is getting the experience and getting those case studies and testimonials, which is why it doesn't matter what niche you're in. Because they don't have to say, oh, hey, I'm a plumber and this guy got me 6 plumbing jobs. No, they could just say, oh, hey, Tom, just got 4 new clients this week from the system. Boom, screenshot. Doesn't matter if they're in plumbing. You can use that in any fucking niche. Right? They said they got clients. Who cares? So get as many cases and testimonials. Get as much experience as you can. Because experience will be the one biggest thing. Right? You need to get experience. Get that knowledge. That's what I would do. And then from there, you'd scale. Now how to scale is a totally different question. Okay? Chitty, I know you have trained many different SMMA people in the past. Yes, I did. From your point, what really separates the successful agency owners from the unsuccessful, and who stays the same agency owner? Well, I talked about this earlier today in this call. I have a whole YouTube video on this. But there's honestly, I'd love to see and sell as one big thing. There's just a lot of things. There's just a lot of things, right? If I look at the quality of person, number one, successful people are not afraid to invest in themselves. Number one. Number two is the successful people take action fast. They don't wait, right? Money loves speed. They take action fast, implement fast. Number three, they always prioritize learning, right? And acquiring new insights and knowledge. Number four, they're humble. They can learn, right? And they're open to new information. Number five, they test a lot. Number six is they understand that they have to do a lot more than what is required. Number seven is they focus on inputs, not results. So what did I do rather than what did I get? And then number four, I think they're really good at opportunity spotting. As actually most successful, when you say successful, how do you define successful, right? So if you look at billion versus million versus 6 figure, a lot of different people, right? You don't really need to be that good to get to 6 figures. I was a fucking retard when I was at 6 figures, right? Heck, maybe I still am. Who knows? But like, it's not like, oh, he sent this script. No. Like, that's just not the reason why somebody's successful and why you're not. That's just the stupidest shit I've ever heard. Oh, because, no. Right? It's not script. It's not what outreach channel you use. It's not really the niche. Niche can actually factor in. There's some niches that just suck. Niche can be a factor. It's not really your service, because every service you can sell and make a ton of money off of. It's really just your positioning, right? Your understanding. I'd say one of the biggest things is like learning how to sell and offer and frame. Right? One of the biggest things in sales is not even what your service is, but how you frame it and how you angle it. For example, let's say you put Facebook ads. You pitch Facebook ads. I pitch my own system. You say, oh yeah, we run these ads on Facebook. We do this, we do that. We send them to a landing page. Boom. Yeah, so first thing what we do is we do something called an ICP audit. This is what I do, okay? We do something called an ICP audit. So we sit down and we discuss who is the ideal person we want. What we do then is we then do market research and we get trend analysis and we get insights onto what are other competitors doing and what do our ICPs look like and how do they behave. What we then do is then we craft specifically targeted creatives to spark their interest. Then what I do is I create something called hyper-targeted offer placements, which is where I place our offer with our data-backed research in front of all these ideal people who don't want but need our services. And since we've done such a good job understanding who our ICP is and what offer we're going to push, what we'll do is we'll drive all the traffic from this offer straight to what I call is an inbound VSL funnel. Essentially, fancy word short, it's a way where we incentivize them to give them something in return for their information, and we then have an entire back-end automation sequence in which that we can nurture and follow up with all these people using our X, Y, and Z funnel. Now, here's the thing, is I just explained Facebook ads too. I just explained it way differently and way cooler than you did. But it's not even about that, because it's about framing and it's about angling. So heck, you don't even have to talk about Facebook ads. If you just truly make the person believe that your offer is new and shiny and can get them the result, who cares? Right? It's not even about what you do. It's about how can you convict them to make them believe that what you do is the best thing. And part of that is by making your offer shiny, by making it, I guess, shiny. I know that sounds stupid, but making it shiny, right? Like, don't just position yourself as this. Try and come across with a new framing, new angling, right? Framing is huge, right? The people who are successful frame themselves better. They angle themselves better. They frame themselves as a better opportunity. And they're good at selling. And they do way more volume. Okay? Takeaways. They're good at selling. They do way more volume than you. Those are the two biggest ones. Last ones here. I gotta go. Bro, fuck Clash Royale. A bunch of people pay to play tryhards. Yeah. I was the one that didn't pay to play. I literally said, fuck this cheesy game. Actually, I don't think I said fuck. I didn't think I swore back then. Sure. I know this is a stupid question. Do you think this type of follow-up is good in the home remodeling niche? If you're on a spot, I'm going to steal your girl. You're the father of my children. You only pay me if your mom allows. I was supposed to... What the fuck? Okay, no. That is just fucked up. That is just next level fucked up. What? That is crazy, bro. That's crazy. I don't even know what to say. I'm actually just shook. So can I say all of that even if I'm doing some free work? Of course. Why could you not say something? You can say whatever the hell you want. You can say whatever you want. Say what you wish. Say what you wish. Right at the end of the day, like I said, you still have to sell. When you're working for free, you still have to sell yourself. You still got to make it seem like a good idea for them. Especially if you're running ads, you still got to pay money. So you really got to make it seem like a good idea. But I got good response. Bro, if you got good response, then do it. At the end of the day, you should look at every question from a data analytical endpoint. Wow, I just made up a word. What the fuck? From a data analysis standpoint, okay? If the data says it's good, then it's good. Simple. Like, that's it. If the data says it's good, it's good. Okay? That being said, my brothers, my sisters, there's no girls in here, I like to think. My brothers, I've had a good time chatting with y'all. I now am going to run because I got a ton of work to do. Okay? But I appreciate you all. Thank you all for showing up and joining me here. Okay? I've had a really good time. Like I said, no promises on when the next one will be. All I'll say is stay tuned. Stay active in the Discord. One of the best things you can do for yourself to see success. Oh, you know what? I figured out one of the best things you can do for success. And this isn't just biased. Okay, I genuinely mean this because this is one of the biggest things I did. Surround yourself with other like-minded individuals. How could you do that? Start talking more in this community. And other people will be like, oh shit, I'm going to start talking more. And then selfishly, I'll get a better community, but also you'll get a better community. Because the more active you are in the community, the better the community gets. The better the community gets, the higher quality people, spiral, snowball effect, right? Like, literally, I tell you not. Makes no sense. I'm not even joking, though. You are the sum of the 5 people you spend the most time with. No questions asked. That is how it works. And so if you want to level the fuck up, you have to be around other people that will help you level up. You cannot be fucking around with your homeboys. Okay? If they're not on the same wavelength, or they don't want to be on the same wavelength, sorry, I apologize, but fuck them. Okay? Because if you want to go here, you cannot be hanging around with guys that are here. Now listen, contingent. If these guys also want to go there, you can hang out with them. That is cool. But if these guys just want to stay here, cut them off. It's harsh. I know. But listen, life ain't fair. Okay? And so you are some of the 5 people you spend the most time with, and so spend time with people that will actually level you up. Right? I like to think that selfishly, you spending the last hour and a half on this call has been leveling you up in some way, shape, or form. Because you spent time with better quality individuals. You spent time with other people who are on a mission to do great things. Right? And so I urge you to do that as much as you can. And spend time around people who will level you up. Because that's huge. For thoughts, for beliefs, for actions, everything. Like, when you start to hang out with higher level individuals, your beliefs will change. Your thoughts will change. Your actions will change. How you operate will change. Like, if you stay today with me, I guarantee you'd be like, fuck. You'd be like, this is why I'm losing. Because this guy just works so much harder than me. It's like, yeah. Because that's just the reality. Now, am I an egotistical, self-centered fucking narcissist for saying that? Who knows? Some people will say that. Other people will be like, no, that's just what it takes. Okay? But I genuinely believe if you guys stay tonight with me, you'd be like, oh, fuck. That's why I'm not winning. And so when you spend more time with those people, you start to adopt those character traits. You start to adopt those sort of tendencies. And you yourself start to become better. And so I highly recommend level up your network. Right? Level up your network. Only the best thing you can do. Right? Like go invest in yourself. Go do some fucking mentoring, some coaching. Like get into a program or a place with other people that are higher than you and start to network and get to connect with more people. Okay, it's the best thing you can do. Righty? That being said, my brothers, I gotta run because I got a lot of fucking work to do. Okay? So that is all I have. This call has been recorded and I will post it on my YouTube. Okay, so if anyone's watching this on YouTube this far in, go join the Discord, go join the community. Free calls like this. Okay? It's hype, it's a W. We have a good time in here. That being said, thank you all from the bottom of my heart once again for joining. Okay, it means the world that you guys would spend an hour and a half of your time to listen to me blab for 90 minutes straight. So I appreciate it. I hope that the 90 minutes you gave me was in excess of, or the value I gave you was in excess of the 90 minutes you gave me. That is my goal. As long as you got something that you thought was valuable and worth more than 90 minutes of your time, I'm happy. And I feel that I've done a decent job. And I hope to see all of you guys wins. Like, wins from this specific call. Like, I want to see wins in the next few days. Wins from this specific call. Wins. Right? I want to see wins. Tag me. Let me know, yo, this tip from the call, boom, this win. Right? I want to see them. Okay? Just know that it takes a lot more than what you think to become successful. And the last thing I'll say, or maybe not last thing, because I'm a big talker, it's not easy, but it's simple. It's not easy to make a lot of money. It's very difficult. Okay? You have to sacrifice a ton. It's not fucking easy. But it is simple. It's very, very simple. Do the inputs required to get the outputs and do not stop. And do them in excess of what you think you need to do. You think you need to send 50 DMs a day? Send 200. And if you really, really want to dial in, reverse engineer. What do you want? Okay, well, you want to sign, right? This is called the reverse engineering process, okay? You want to sign 10 clients a month, let's say. Okay, let's go back. Okay, so we want to sign 10 clients a month. Well, let's say that, for example, half the clients you sign drop off. Okay, so we really need 20 clients. Okay, in order to sign 20 clients, what do we close at? Let's say you close at 10%. Okay? That would mean, if I'm not mistaken, you would need 200 calls. If I'm not mistaken, 200 calls But that's 200 showed calls. So let's say only 66% of the people that you book show. You would need to book 300 calls. Okay, to book 300 calls, what would you need to do? And you just keep reverse engineering. And then you'll know as long as you do the inputs and hit the KPIs, you'll get the output. So reverse engineer, and you realize it takes a lot more than what you think it does. So think about that. See, no one accounts for this. How many of the clients that you close just leave and they're gone, ghost you? Okay, well, cool. Factor that in. How many people, right? Sales call, people say, "Oh, I need 300 appointments." It's like, no, you need 300 showed appointments. Heck, maybe you need 300 qualified showed appointments. So you need 400 showed appointments. You need 600 appointments in total. You see how it's like way more than you think it is? People really underestimate what it takes to become successful. Because, and I don't blame you, because all these gurus on the internet, okay, heck, maybe I'm to blame for this, make it seem as if it's so easy. Make it seem as if, oh, if you send a couple of DMs, you'll be there. It ain't that easy at first. I say it first because once you get going, it's really easy. Okay? So, that is what I'll leave y'all with. But the last thing is, I say I'll leave it with it and I'll say something else, is it's 100% doable. And anybody in this call can do it. Truly. Like, seriously. Anybody in this call can do it. I was working a 9 to 5, going to university. I had a 4.0 GPA in university. Right? I wasn't a stupid kid. And that's when I started my agency. Right? And I failed the first month and a bit, and then I made over like 24K in like the next 3 months. But what people didn't see is that I failed. I spent over thousands of dollars drop shipping the months prior. I had worked for free for 3 years to acquire different skill sets. I worked, there was a guy who invited me into a sort of like an inner circle of people. I edited his videos. I worked for $20 an hour. It's exactly what I made at the bank. Right? Very standard. Wasn't anything, even though what I was doing was in excess of value. But guess what he gave me? He gave me access. Access to people. Those people up my network. Network is net worth. Up my net worth. Boom. Took off from there. Right? But like people only see, oh, well, Stefan went from this to this. It's like, yeah, but you failed to see all of this. Right? They failed to see all of that. So, that being said, hope you guys have an amazing rest of your day. Okay, I love y'all. Y'all are amazing. God bless every single one of you. And I will run this back again soon. So all I'm going to say is stay active in the Discord because you won't want to miss the next one. Because heck, they can really only get better. Peace out, boys.